Let's bust out of here. Let's bust out of here. The Fire Lord calls. Time burns away.
Wait, what? Dude. Oh my god. Jeez.
Thrall versus Vanessa.
This is just
All right,
a
here we go.
practice round.
For Doomhammer.
Son of a sneezy boy, chat.
Let's bust out of here.
Ooh. You know what's interesting? I could go for Sands of Time here and try to hit a spell for Crackling. I think that actually is the play. Ooh, this is legitimately good, right? The draw at a Dormant. I think I'd take that. I could go for higher rolls, but this is consistently good. I don't know. It's just more like... What is it? You know, it's just like... It's just... I don't know. It's just what gets the clicks. Just not like a really salvageable situation in that way.
We are but sand in the hands of time.
No, it's really warm. But I went on a 2-hour hike today and did a swim. So I did all this like outdoor exercise, and for some reason sometimes after you like do a bunch of exercise, I feel cold afterwards. I was taking a nap, but I had to end the nap. Start to stream. So ooh. I'm trading. I mean, I clickbait. I don't know. He's more ideologically clickbaiting. It's more like, I don't know. I mean, it's just like the easiest form of content is just like, I don't know. I did watch this video today. It's interesting of like what's going wrong with the gaming industry, kind of like on a financial level. I thought it was very interesting. Probably should have done this first.
You know nothing.
Present or future, there is little time.
Thought I'm better off taking counter spell here. Yeah, it's 2 mana gone. That's huge. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing of like, let's say, for example, you decide to be the honorable viewer, the watcher, and you just don't make any clickbait. And then your channel dies, and then the person who did clickbait survives. And then after a while, there's anyone who didn't clickbait has no channel. And that happens to pretty much anyone who tries to not clickbait. Now, clickbaiting isn't as simple as that. There's even a concept that I learned from some stuff called, it's called validating the click, where what it's actually good to do. I think I want to. I could go double face with these, and then, but I think I'm better. Maybe I just double true. I don't know. Let's kill this. Get something good here. Wait, if they have a dragon, I'm going to cry here.
You know nothing.
You gotta be joking me, dude. Oh no. Oh, so scammed. Holy scam, chat. Oh my god, dude. Wow.
Help's on the way.
That's such bullshit. They happen to have a dragon on the other minion here. Oh my god, dude. So if you say like completely broken deck, but you have to create a compelling emotion. But it's hard to have like, it's just so much easier to have regular takes of like, I don't know. So the video I was watching today is very interesting. I'm just the framing about like what's going on with the games. And there's things that rings true in my life where people used to buy a lot of different games, right? And so they buy a lot of different games. I've lost this. I don't even know. And there'd be a lot of like, you know, some titles that worked, some titles that didn't work, you know? Now you have a situation in gaming where people typically play just one game, or 2 games. It's very, I lost this, I don't know. They play like barely any games. So it's hard to come and compete with Hearthstone. We've seen people try. So when then you get into this situation where the big ones, they just kind of want to milk them, and it's hard to punish a company. Now, Marvel Snap is real competition, but it's not even doing well these days. But I think it's gonna make adjustments and do better again. I've seen some evidence, but it's harder. So, but like right now, there's this trend in like really not just Hearthstone, but like beyond of get market dominance and then enshittify. And there's all these forces that like, you know, because when people are buying lots and lots of different games and buying them once, it doesn't, you know, one you have to make a game that gets people to buy. Yeah. So, what was I saying? So like a lot of times people are complaining about like why don't we have a giant diverse 10 class meta? It's because that's just a little too expensive. And you know, I remember there was a Amazon for like a while was going to take away their free shipping for under 25 for like $25. I remember this was like a little story. So they're going to take away their free shipping, right? And then like Walmart announced free shipping and then they immediately went back. So there's stuff with like, there's no real like, oh, if Hearthstone stinks, I'm gonna go play this other card game. There's a little bit, and Hearthstone's still, you know, really good. That's my hot take, but flawed. So it's just hard to kind of like have that punishment of like, oh, the industry's being too greedy, you know, stuff like that. So it's kind of, I think that's interesting, but not necessarily good, but interesting. Yeah, meaningful competition. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. It's also a thing of like more and more people are playing old games, so it's not like there's kind of real behaviors where, you know, that's kind of incentivizing a lot of this stuff. You know, like people. Yeah. So.
Keep 'em on ice.
Ooh, let's go with this, right? Doing this so I could hit twice to get this discounted, but yeah, I also think these simple solutions are very naive. That the kind of the community repeatedly says if only Blizzard did this, everything would be great. I feel like from what I've seen, most of the time it's never that easy. Looking for, I have a bunch of card draw. Hoping to hit Fire Breath or Molten Gold here. I think it's my easiest chance of a win here. And we got it. So it's just like late in a meta. When Blizzard is trying to do the giant sweeping changes that often the community wants, it often backfires, right? And they didn't want to make a giant sweeping change, but they saw Void Demon Hunter had a 40% play rate, and they said we're going to nerf it, all right? And just nerf that. Their action there is totally reasonable. But people look to nerfs like you know. Now the game is totally decent right now, but we're a month into an expansion. If you're a control player, it's not that good, but it's okay. We have multiple playable control decks. I'm top 300 with Priest. We have I've gotten top 400 with Warlock. They're not great. There's no real combo decks, but you know there are things that you can do to enjoy the game if you know if it's your job like me, right? And you have a certain style. But so it's not just the catastrophe, the ongoing catastrophe that people make it out to be. You know, there's always this problem that always needs to be solved. Yeah, I mean, I think that would have been the better choice. That, you know why they didn't do that? Here's why they didn't do that. If the deck was even still like top 5 best decks, there'd be a video saying, wow, Blizzard's so out of touch. Why did they allow Void Demon Hunter this? So they're just like, sometimes they just delete decks for the appeasement factor, right? Because the people that are mad about Void Demon Hunter are much louder than the people that are like, you know what? Why can't we just slightly nerf it? And there's no J. Alexander for Demon Hunter, so... yeah. I always just see, like, the fact that one card getting nerfed the way it did, or buffed, went from the deck being, like, broken to kind of unplayable, shows you that it's not easy to get everything in a line like people act like it is, right? I just want to show, like, that's a lot of times decks just having enough synergy to be broken, and then, like, here's the needle, here's broken, and here's unplayable, and sometimes it's 1 mana, and everybody acts like it's just incredibly obvious, and they can just test things.
Give me strength.
For Doomhammer.
Now, they could give Hearthstone 5 times the budget, have a giant team doing all the stuff that the community wants, and they would still have these problems. Like, that being said, I still think there are... that's why I'm kind of like, design a good game, accept some power imbalances, some metas that you don't like. That's my point of view. Designing a good game is hard. But people, you know, it is doable. I think I'm gonna keep this. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's not really fair. The whole meta was warped around it. So saying it's not that good is like, once the whole meta is teching for it and it's still like a 40% play rate, yeah, it's gonna look worse. It wasn't strong enough that it could just be completely ignored. You know, like, you had to build a deck that was good against it.
Elements guide me.
Yeah, so I mean, here's the end of the day. It's not your responsibility to, like, it's Blizzard's job to make a game that you enjoy. And it's not your responsibility to be like, oh, you know. But when they do things that are decent, I mean, people have, like, these just absurd expectations of, like, perfection, I think it creates basically issues. We're like, okay, oh, there's there's a strong deck in the meta, or the top legend is mainly 4 decks. Like, it just, you're just not gonna get that fixed, you know?
them on ice.
Kaboom! I'll handle this. It is finished.
Got him. That was easy. Didn't break from the game. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, to be fair, part of the reason they don't take a break from the game, CVD, is that Blizzard has made the FOMO of like made it into a habit where you have to complete your quests all the time. So some of it is like this is kind of the natural equilibrium of things. The natural equilibrium of things is they make the game so you play all the time, but there are some metas that are boring, but people still play. And then the natural equilibrium is content creators are constantly saying this is why the game is failing. The game doesn't fail. They do a nerf to this. Content creators are happy for a day. 2 days they're saying they should have done more. Words repeat. This has been happening for 6 years. I'm just bored of like buying into that this is important. Like it's still a fun game. When they do their last year, this is a good expansion, right? It's not the best expansion, but it's a good expansion. Last year was all boring expansions. I don't say that lightly. The last 4 expansions have been very mediocre to bad. Relationship, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is. You know, um, Hearthstone is very balanced. That's the hot take, because it's self-balancing. It has buffers effectively. When a deck becomes too over, because Void Demon Hunter, in a people play counters, right? So you probably look at but if you look at the top meta at Legend, right? All right. Look at this. This is all reasonable play rate. The Mug Shaman is what we're playing. You know. Look at Diamond 5. Yeah. So the Troublemaker Rogue is the most common. Rogue being on top. Nothing new. Z Shaman is the actually more played at Diamond 1 because it's a better deck. But then people have more fun playing Troublemaker Rogue. So, I don't know. I mean, it's balanced between these decks. You know, even like Azalina Priest is around because of Blizzard nerfs, you know, like, or buffs. So I'm happy about that. That they like listened and made the card good, you know? That's exciting to me.
Let's bust out of here. Let's bust out of here.
I want to save this. I want to use it. It's like so good with these static shocks. A little eel. There's an aura, thank you for the prime. This is awkward. Let me just coin this out.
children.
Yeah, it's more like, you know, I feel it's kind of the way things are set up. It's very, I think it's a bad idea for Blizzard to, you know, let's say like, why don't they listen to the community? It just, you just kind of can't, because the community is nonstop toxicity, you know.
The storm is in me.
The sands speak, and I listen.
Yeah. You get Goombud Fall Seed, so I don't know. It's, I know in Path of Exile, and Path of Exile is, I think they have a better culture around this stuff. Like it's a better, some of the things that that we complain about Hearthstone, I think they do better. And the game, like the PR person had to stop going on Reddit because they just couldn't handle it. So many communities have stopped communication with their people because they just look at them as like they can't be reasoned with. They're never enough. Yeah, so I think there's an element of like you have to say this is what we got. We understand we might lose your business. You know, it's reasonable to like be like, you know what, Hearthstone's not doing it for me. I don't want to give him my business. You know, it is what it is.
Exclusive merch. In limited quantity.
Sand stream.
It's just not like in the real world, the people who yell the loudest, the non-toxic people don't get noticed. It's just how, it's why, you know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. It's always been this way. It's how, and it just kind of, you know, the fundamental conundrum you've got there. I think I'm better off double trading here. It's very dangerous to leave things up against Shaman, because when you leave things up, this is bad placement though. When you leave things up, they can go Ascendance, so. Yeah. And so you know, what I do is I have standards of like what I think is decent balancing, what I think are decent decisions. This is an expansion that I've actually liked all of Blizzard's balance decisions. I liked their buffs. I liked their nerfs. I think all their decisions have been reasonable, which is not something I usually say. So I like their decisions. I think this meta has a lot of fun things going for it. So they're making my test of, especially when they've had balance changes that I felt were so atrociously bad, and I would shit talk so much. I think these have been reasonable. It's paid by Blizzard to say this. I don't know. Trying to think of like, let's see if I can get Chechi. Can you list all the balance changes from 2025 in Hearthstone? Let's see if ChatGPT can do this.
Thrall versus Maiev.
This would be amazing if they can do that. Just like nice and clean. Okay. Wow, it's pretty cool. Patch history. Okay. Ethereal Oracle to 3 to 4 mana. Oh yeah, dude, I hate that card. Good. That good choice. All right. March Dreadhound Handler 2 to 2/1. Yeah, it's a little too good. Hydration Station to 8 to 10 mana. What a bunch of bullshit. All right, what a terrible decision. Infestor, I don't know. I didn't mind that deck. Everyone hated that deck. I kind of get it. Alien Encounters to 2/5 to 2/4. Yeah, that was a good change. The card was too strong. You know, Discover Hunter still was broken in like many parts of this. Painter's Rouge, Looting Lifesteal. Good choice. Holy Glow Sticks. I don't remember that. Timewinder Zimmery. 8 Dragons. Yeah, I don't know. That deck was kind of the... Raz of the Resealed. I didn't like this one. This was like just weird changes. Yeah. Orbital Halo 2/1 to 2/1. I can't. Yeah. Domino Effect to 3 to 4 mana. Yeah. What the f is up with that? What a terrible change. What a pointless change. So this is what I'm already seeing. Like, look at all these pointless changes. So many bad changes. This is what I mean. What I mean, like, the changes lately have been good. Okay, this is just last year. Kerrigan to 7 to 8 mana. That's probably fine. Zergling, copy of itself, probably fine. Jim Raynor, 7 to 8. I don't know, it's probably fine. Viking to 7 to 5. Oh yeah, all the StarCraft changes I didn't like. Ceaseless to 15 to 10, reasonable. Insidious to 6 to 7 mana. Yeah, the reasonable. Gorgon Zormu I didn't really like. I didn't mind Gorgon Zormu. Arcanite 6 to 4 armor. What a bunch of bullshit. Look at I'm just seeing. Look at all the bullshit nerfs that were happening so recently, chat. I don't know what to do here. Hold this. Okay. So those are the changes. Oh, that's okay. That's the first patch. April patch 32. All right. Hideous Husk. Yeah, dude. My Hideous Husk, dude. What a bunch of bullshit. Murmur to 7 mana. It's probably boring, but fine. Food Fight. I don't know. I liked Food Fight. Yeah, dude. So many shitty nerfs. Oh my god. I'm like remembering how annoying, just like these so many nerfs that were fun cards that just got destroyed.
They thought they could hold me.
Yeah. I don't know about this. I just don't like all my other plays here. Ooh, that's a high roll. Let's go. Alright, we take these, chat. But I don't know. Some of these, like, so many changes also have been like lazy and trying to like, if we do a bunch of things, that will save the meta. They've done this many times. You know, it's just like, I don't know. I haven't liked a lot of their decisions, and I kind of don't blame them for making those decisions because the community is just ruthless on like Blizzard's incompetent because they're not doing like the shit that we think is right, you know, which gets exhausting. I'm probably supposed to just Static Shock this, to be honest. We have a test team. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, it's one of those things of like it's in our interest for Blizzard to spend more money on the game. You know,
Fight like a champion! Got him, man!
Yeah, I mean, there's also like benefits, and then contingencies of like you have to fire people. Microsoft has laid off a huge amount of people lately, so everything has been downsizing. I know it's just one of those things of like, I don't know, this bargaining. Like basically everyone's trying to bargain with Blizzard, and they're just like, I don't know. It's hard for me to shit on them like the way the community does when it just how leagues ahead Hearthstone is of everything else. Even just like monetization compared to anything else is just so much better. So it's kind of you take the try to invest hard, yeah. Apparently that's like what happened a lot of during Corona. Oh, they thought the growth that was gonna stay, and then it didn't stay because it was there because of Corona, basically.
Keep 'em on ice.
I have some. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I also think there's been a lot of like turnover at the company, which means like the people working there have to like develop their fresh philosophies. Where if you had like a long-term leader of the game, like that probably keeps things more yeah. I do think that hurts the game of like if the game director is switching often. You don't have somebody who's like this is their guy long term. It's one of those things I've learned about relationships in general. Especially, working relationships, but also romantic relationships, friendships, is there's often this tension where both parties kind of feel they deserve more, but neither party is willing to leave, which is annoying, right? Because that's what I say in chat. They're like, you should do this, and I'm like, you should ban, like,
For Doomhammer.
Sounds like you haven't been in an arranged marriage. I haven't. All my relationships are chosen willingly, without just pressures from society. All right.
Don't have enough mana.
Getting a coin turn 1 is nice. I don't know. Yeah, it actually kind of makes sense. Yeah, so, I mean, think about, like, let's say you have 4 testers, right? That might be the entire esports budget. And they thought about getting rid of esports. So, what happens when they come and they say, hey, we're no longer going to have competitive esports. Instead, we have testers. And then those testers, like, people still hate everything. Because that's what the internet does. And then now they have all this bad will because they decided to end the esports. Because they decided having testers was more important. And then everyone says, wow. Like, but that's literally... so I think, what was the name of, like, the former... I'm trying to remember... he was like the esports guy for a while. He came back and then he left recently. I'm trying to remember his name. I don't remember. Was it Isaac or I don't know? I'm trying to think. Oh, it was at the start with an I. No, it's not Isaac. No, Ghost Color Hat, TJ. Nope, none of those people.
Sisters, my instinct shall hunt down our enemies.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That wasn't XR.
Stay
X Pro. I don't know. Was he Pro? I'm blaming it on his name. Follow him. No, not Ike. Why am I blanking?
The moment is upon us.
Stay frosty. Do you like to play with fire?
Change is coming. There is little time.
Who goes there?
I don't know. It was they were like the esports. I think they might have the esports community manager. I think Darrow Brown is that job now. I don't remember. I find.
The moment is upon us.
Nice. Oh, I found him. Avar. I don't know why I said I. He works at Magic the Gathering right now. So Bar said, said like every time he has to go to something, he has to convince the people that spending this $500,000 or $1 million on the esports, or you know, I'm not sure. Let me see. What's is an estimate on Hearthstone's budget for esports, including prize money and production costs. So, basically, so ChatGPT estimates $2 to $4 million a year. Let's go with low end. Let's go with $2 million on esports. So, would 4 testers be better use of money than cutting esports by 25%. Now, you might say, oh, why can't they do both? They're thinking about cutting the esports solely, like they've you know, I know Barr said this, like they're not even sure, they've made it smaller, they've not cut it completely. When you're in the business, like everything they do, they have to justify why it's worth it. And for us, like, when you're playing a free-to-play, for most 70% of players at Hearthstone are not even spending money. So obviously they think Blizzard should just keep giving more, right? The reality is, like, no matter what, so if there's like how much, let's say all these free-to-play players, there's all these people that are like right on the line of it's worth it to play Hearthstone. So there are going to be some days where it's worth it and some days where it's not. And they're not going to think, maybe I should play this game less. They're going to think Blizzard should give more. I've had this in romantic relationships so many times where one person stops valuing the other person. And instead of realizing, like, hey, I don't value this person as much. This isn't working for me. This is a high stakes relationship. You know, it's a romantic relationship. They just start being incredibly demanding. Or on the other end, just giving nothing to their partner. So they just are very, like, just not showing up for the relationship, or they're very entitled. Instead of saying, like, I have a, you know, this is where I was. I think there's an element where when Blizzard has a certain amount, like when you're a free-to-play player, the game, you know, when it's not working, people won't say, oh, maybe I should go play something else. I mean, it really is Murph Dog. People will just, like, I don't know, it's kind of human nature, but the problem is, like, basically the community is incentivized Blizzard to not take them seriously, the same way many other gaming communities have, and to just do basic appeasement, and know that, like, you're never going to make them happy, or they're never going to make it happy, so why spend $500,000 on a testing team when they can just wait a few days and then nerf things? That takes one person, and they're going to have to do that anyways. And, like, that's their this, and, like, it's totally reasonable not like that, but, like, that's just the reality of the incentives, you know?
I'll get you all patched up.
So I just get annoyed of, like, everybody coming into this channel and being like, Blizzard should do this, Blizzard should do that. I'm like, it's just not how things work, you know? Yeah.
Muzzle their magic.
Bro, dude, I'm climbing so fast with Bug Shaman on Asia. It's ridiculous. I think we've lost like one game today.
I'll handle this.
Yeah, so I don't know. Dude, you know, it's probably like, if you want to understand why Blizzard's doing things, you should go read The Prince by Machiavelli. Like, you know, let's go. Let's create a one thing to blame. Like, hey, you know, we'll pin the blame on some deck. That's why the meta is bad. You know, we care. It wasn't us. Wait, I have freaking... I have Hex. Like, is it just me or is this a little fishy? They're playing around Hex here, but I don't know. Make it out to be, yeah. So I don't know, like, the more I talk about this, the more I just believe it's probably right for Blizzard to not listen to their community very much, which is not the take that, like, other content creators can make, But I can make that take, because I can just be like, yeah, you guys don't know what the hell you're talking about. Look at this in the chat. Look at this balanced game. Alright? What is the... Like, this is the definition of balance, alright? Look how I balancedly killed them with my 70% win rate with Mug Shaman. More fun. Yeah, I've had a lot of, so it's, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's more like I get sick of the constant negativity in this channel. Of just like half of everyone's take is like, what would you do about the meta? Like, I'm just like, I would wait till the class sets. Like, that's the next thing. I wouldn't do anything. But I mean, that's what wins elections, and in the content creation, like making promises and big statements that you can never fulfill is what ultimately wins elections. Now, the dev team is not about a democracy, but content often is, you know? No one forced to play the game. I mean, you know what I think? It's a lot of people online are just unhappy. And they think this video game's good this. And then, so when you're unhappy, you don't think they don't say like, I should change my life. They're like, should I go outside? No, it's the balance team that should change. How could you tell? So I don't know. Yeah. I'm kind of going through a little something this week. So like, it's a little, some stuff, but... Oh, Chad, you guys want me to tell you my my story for today? So I go on these long walks by the lake. This is interesting. I go by these long walks. It's like I do like a 2-hour walk, and then I go swimming on top of it. So I'm at the concrete beach, okay? And I saw this guy a week ago. And a week ago, so this guy... This is this guy on the concrete beach, all right? And he's just in a suit and dress short. He's a suit and dress shoes, and he just gets out. He's out of the water. He's drenched. And he's like wearing a suit, like a suit jacket, no tie, but like this dress shoes, dress pants, and he's just completely drenched because he jumped in the water. And then I saw him again today. He's the same situation. And he like sees me about to jump in the water, and he like talks to me, and he's like, "Oh, jump, because you think you'll see some fish in there?" I think he said, and I was like, "Yeah, maybe," you know. Pretty good. I think I keep this. And then I'm like, he's like, oh, I was like, oh, my key fell in the water so to jump in. I was like, why is he in there? Like, why didn't you have a swimsuit on, dude? Like, he's got a nice pair of shoes. And I think I asked him. So I went up and asked him later after I gone. And he said, like, oh, he's like, something he couldn't do as a kid. He just has this, like, rebellious nature. Like society's not gonna tell me not to jump into the lake in my suit and dress shoes. Like it's his own little form of rebellion, you know? Because he's got like a plastic bag, but it's like, you know, I was like, oh, is it like some like fuck you to your parents? Like you guys can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna jump in. Yeah, but it's like a weird thing. Is like he's kind of right, in that we just have these things that you think you're not supposed to do. The society says you're not supposed to. And the funny thing is, like, I was like thinking this guy might be crazy. I talked to him. He's not crazy at all. He's just like weird. He's just got a weird point of view. Maybe take Primordial Drake for a few turns. This is not... No, this can give me kill the 5/5 if I get in that situation, so...
Stay frosty.
I'll handle this.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's probably like late 50s. So... Well, I mean, he's walking around, his clothes are drenched, right? It's hard to do some of that stuff, so...
No quarter for traitors.
Alright, maybe they're unpredictable. Yeah, it's actually it's an interesting thing of also like how much when somebody does something that's like outside of the norms, how it's like legit, because it's completely harmless, but like something about it like makes you feel they're a scary person because they don't understand the norms, you know? Because people do that in like movies all the time, you know? It's like this, yeah, like murder people. But I mean, that's probably what to do. He's like just so, you know, held down by all the bullshit that you have to do to be a person in society. I don't have many good plays here. I'm gonna do this. Ooh, that's a high roll. Yeah, he's just walking around. So he's just walking around drenched on this in his dress shoes. So he's got like nice drenched shoes that look very uncomfortable. I don't know, it's weird. No, I saw him do it twice, and he said it's his thing. Like he likes doing it. He gets something about it makes him feel alive. He didn't say that, but like that's, you know.
A black arrow. The moment is upon us.
No quarter for traitors.
The moment is upon us.
This is awkward. I think I'm losing this game. I don't know. I could hit like the lifesteal card, but maybe there's a slam ward of earth here. It's actually kind of decent. Some armor. Get some high roll here. This would be really good. But if I had imagine if this was 0 and I did this and I got a free copy of Merlin's Last Stand. Feels bad. Yeah.
Sisters, my will shall lead us to victory.
Is that true? Yeah, I don't know. It's also weird of like how many things we do just to fit in, to convince other people that we're not out murdering. Yeah, no, he did. That's what he did understand the norm, because I asked him about it. Because I asked him like, "Oh, why aren't you wearing a swimsuit?" You know, I don't know. He thinks it's fun, which is totally understandable. You know, like I talked his point of view, and it was understandable. I just don't like want to be nastily walking around in a wetsuit. You know, sounds gross.
Welcome to the crew.
BlizzCon, thank you for the 34 months. So I can fit in. Exactly, chat. Make sure to subscribe. You don't want to be one of the people not subscribing. That would make you an outcast of society.
A black arrow.
No quarter
The
for
moment
traitors.
is upon us.
Alright, I've got my Storm Fury ready to go here.
The moment is upon us.
Well, they could be like murdering other people, you know? They're just not murdering you, you know? You're not their murder type.
Elements guide me.
Oh, wait, pressure plate. Okay, good order then.
Sisters, my arrows shall strike down our foes.
Chat Dedge.
Welcome to the crew.
DB, thank you for the 20 months.
I am low on cards.
It's not walking.
Thrall versus Jaina.
Hope will be my guide.
For Doomhammer. Let's bust out of here. I can't do that. coming. Watch my back, Saint. Always, mug.
Not even legend. Chad, is Hearthstone in the did I swear Hearthstone goes through like the little phases? I feel like it's Hearthstone in the boring age again. Seems like do you think it's possible to quantify happiness? Yes. Psychologists literally do this. They have lots of happiness studies where they do it. I don't know the exact metrics, but we certainly try to. So are they perfect? You know, it's hard to say it's perfect because we don't know, but you know, a lot of that's like that that kind of decision making kind of drives a lot of things. So
Keep 'em on ice. What to do?
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
There is little time.
holding here to try to get a better
Change is coming.
well, it's more like there'll be phases where like the meta, you know, everyone's watching, viewership is popping, and there are phases where things sizzle down a little bit, you know.
I wonder.
Blood and plunder.
Job's done.
Wait, crap! This jerkwad. All right, whatever.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Blood.
Didn't actually go that well for them. Yeah, this one. And they did. Nice dead you got there.
Thrall versus Maiev.
None can escape my fury.
For Doomhammer.
Back, wait, chat. Okay, bitch in time. Okay. Ooh, good hand.
Let's bust out of here.
Easter deck. Nice. What happened to my audio? Interesting. I don't really want to coin this out because I don't have a play for next turn then, so but maybe I should. I don't know.
The end is coming.
Well, now I just wait. Right.
The end is coming.
Double jerk one. Let's see if I go 2 mana. No, you know we just go coin 4 mana weapon here, and that's the best play easily. Like battle cry here.
Thought they could hold me.
Nobody's gonna know.
I don't know about this. Could have gotten +1/+1 on the elementals, but I wanted to play this now, so it doesn't mess up with some of the orders. So should I fall back into it? I don't know. It's something, dude. It's just like something fun to kill some time. You're not gonna change the world
Change is coming.
playing Hearthstone. Maybe you do though. I don't know. You know, you play some games. You know, I did what I would have given in my youth to be able to play Magic: The Gathering, like the way you can play Hearthstone now.
Ah, too bad.
This world knows its true master. What lies ahead gathers in flux. Elements guide me.
Twilight falls across Azeroth.
I'll handle this.
Yeah, it is really interesting, CBD. That's the whole point. You used to spend $80 on a game, which was not $80 back then. It was like $160 with inflation. So you could spend, you know, yeah. Dude, I swear, dude, this is like, dude, everyone just has no opinions and they're just constantly looking for people like me to tell you what to think. So I'll tell you what to think, all right? The cause of all your problems in life is OTK decks, all right? Glad we cleared this up. But it's just true.
I'll handle this.
No one will take me from my throne.
This, Gotcha games. I don't know. I never played World of Warcraft for that reason, because I didn't want to get addicted to it.
For vengeance. Who's unseen?
It's bad. I can high roll low. Wonder if you hex this. It might be right to hex. Because giving them card draw is I'm so close to just killing them, you know? I just need to draw a Molten Gold or Fire Breath and I win here, right? So Cinema Thinker 38 months. Wow, that's great knowledge, Cinema. Bad though. Whoops. Oh, you know what I screwed up? I was supposed to go Static Shock there, and I didn't, and it's probably gonna cost me the game. But we'll see.
Keep 'em on ice.
I just need to draw molten gold here. Oh.
Fists.
Swiftly.
Got him. Playing to your outs, hands gamer chat. Set boundaries only 14 hours per day. Yeah, it's this weird thing of like what I think there's all of the conversations of all the things that can be potentially addicting. What is the personal responsibility versus what is society's responsibility? You know? You know, I used to go to casinos a lot and play poker. I like that casinos exist. I think they're fun. Mainly, but also I know casinos will do things to get their addicted people back in. They have an incredibly strong incentive to keep addicts there. So I have mixed feelings where, like, you know, I don't want the mob running casinos. I don't, but I also don't think the regulations are necessarily strong enough. But is that better than the mob? Probably. So, you know, Mohegan Sun's a ton of fun. Go play some poker. I did not watch it. I've seen clips of it. I probably should go watch it, ZBD. There's all these movies. I should go watch that movie. I'm gonna make a list of movies to watch on my IMDb. Casino. Yeah. Did you guys know The Odyssey is now rated the 55th best movie of all time? By what's it called? By IMDb. Yeah. IMDb is a scam? How is it a scam? What did they do? Trick me. All they do is have movies and lists and ratings. It's a scam, dude. Don't fall for that. Dude, my grandma lost her pension to IMDb. You can pay for better reviews? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I've been following IMDb ratings for forever. I like IMDb's top 250. Alright. Shawshank Redemption's #1. It's very like biases that I have, you know, like Fight Club's #13. Did you guys know Fight Club didn't even like it lost money? It was people hated it, and then they just don't. Dude, so many people just don't get things, you know. Like I swear, people don't get like satire or even like irony at all. Anything that isn't like, you know, it's like people. Oh God. I know, right? What is this soap movie? Dude, it's about two guys who make really top-notch soap, but then you find out they're using they're not following regulation in the soap industry and the legal battle they fight. That's why it's Fight Club, because they're fighting a legal battle, right?
Let's bust out of here.
Really good. I can just coin this out next turn. And Static Shock and just ridiculous tempo for turn 2. Dude, what a high roll, chat. Look at that. Turn 2, by the way. This is my Asia account. I have less animated skins and stuff.
Have faith.
I know, right, Doc? Imagine you top deck freaking Thunderquake there. It's just over, dude. What's their atrocity of a hand here? Well, we could still top deck another nature spell here. It's pretty close to happening, actually. Oh, we hit it, chat! Let's go, dude.
Stand strong, children. Element. Have faith.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Well, American Psycho said, I really like it. I'm sorry, people, the main characters. I still don't. Main character is the good guy. So, I don't know. I mean, the world. You know, like, you know what we need? We need like shows where we're told who are the good guys, who are the bad guys. Look, this thinking stuff has got to go. All right. What we need is a media that just tells you the correct opinion and doesn't let like multiple interpretations of things. Like that just allows people to have the wrong interpretation, right? Yeah, like Top Gun, like go military, like flights, cool, God and Country, right? What are these movies with weird?
Sylvanas.
Good guy.
I will never.
Yeah, dude. Like this, it's only a matter of time before we get rid of this. Like, you know, people having different opinions on things. See how much trouble it causes in Hearthstone. Like one person wants like Rogue to get nerfed, another person wants Rogue to get buffed. Like it's just, why are we doing this? You know. Dang, who do you say? Who do you think?
Surprise! Let's go.
Sisters, my will shall lead us to victory.
Keep 'em on ice. Elements guide me.
25 Hearthstone players, yeah. I should have gone Static Shock there. It's actually a huge mistake because I had an easy ascendance for next turn, but I'm number 7. I thought about going for number 1 today, but I'm kind of feeling I got some personal stuff. I feel a little down today, and I didn't want the pressure. I don't feel like fully in line for top legend gameplay today, you know. It's good actually. You know what I like? I like the Marvel movies, you know, where the good guys, like law, order, and the established quo are the good guys, right? And these like outside people, you know, thinking that the non, like with different points of view or you know, anti-American points of view, like it's so clear that they're the bad guys, you know. Like, so we don't have like people getting mad, rightfully so, that it's unclear, you know, they're watching a movie and they feel that the movie encourages some unethical behavior. Like that's not fair to all like the nice moms of the world who are just trying to get their kids, you know, through college and stuff, you know.
Celebrate what is to come.
Yeah, dude, I hated that Xander. Like, what's with this? A bunch of bullshit. All right. You know what though should have happened? What are you talking about? Well, dude, we were talking about movies, and people can't handle. I was thinking people can't handle freaking character, right? Movies that like, oh, the protagonist is not actually the good guy. Or that like the characters are, it's unclear who to root for, or like people can interpret bad things from it. So I was saying how every movie should be, you know, very clear who are the good guys, who are the bad guys, all right? You know?
No time for games.
Ice to reach you.
There were no clear good guys. Oh, really? Yeah, yeah. I mean, and you know what's like interesting is that's like real life. Like most of real life, everyone thinks they're the good guy, right? You know? But it's just like, oh, you know, Stacy and Brad broke up, and Stacy's friends think Stacy's the good guy, and Brad's friends think Brad's the good guy. Except for some of Stacy's friends. They know she's secretly the bad guy. And then some of Brad's friends know that he's secretly the bad guy. But, so it's a little even that more complicated. Dude, we gotta end this nuance stuff, is what I'm trying to say, alright? Classics. OTK players' eyes, yeah. Dude, the whole community, like when I'm like pro Renthal, looks at me as like this out of touch boomer who's like, I was like one of the only pros that was pro Renthal. All these other pros like want these like OTK decks basically. Yeah, exactly.
Nice to meet you.
I have no time for games.
A black arrow.
Wait, did the order work out for them here? Where they got two freaking, no, there's only one Earth and Roar. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright. Ready for this turn? This turn is gonna be good. Wait, oh, I don't have,
Guide me.
Let's go, dude. Get wrecked. Look at that. How do you beat that? I'm not like all those other pro players.
The moment is upon us.
Yeah, I don't know. Though it is interesting. I think like back in the day, people liked the one-dimensional movies. I think also it's a reflection of our society. You know, when it's World War II, like if you just came out of, oh, nice legend, 215. That was easy, dude. All right, chat. Do we go for high legend on Asia? So think about this. Like if you come out of World War II, do you want to watch a movie with nuance and complicated villains? No. You just came out of like the most I feel like people feel more clear good guys and bad guys about World War II than any other war. Like World War One, you have like some, like I have like some sympathy for the Germans in World War One. You know, World War II, not so much. You know, for Hitler, and then you know, you're like I don't know, like Vietnam War, Korean War. Operation Desert Storm, whatever. Like none of those wars feel like. None of the wars of my life feel like, oh, this is clear. Yeah, poor Franz Ferdinand, I know, right? But I do like Franz Ferdinand the band, so always been two-dimensional. I don't know. Maybe. Have they been? Trying to think of the movies. Chat, was Old Yeller two-dimensional? Where some people like, you know, I don't know if I buy this this doggy guy. Chat, you guys know my dog emote apparently is like my most used emote on other channels? I thought that was surprising. Chat, don't you know I'm 75 years old? All right.
Job's done.
Victory is yours.
Crushing it, chat. Maybe I should go get high ranks on Asia server. That could be fun.
Thrall versus Thrall! For Doomhammer! For the Frost Wolves! Let's bust out of here! Let's bust out of here! There is little time. Bada bang!
That didn't go as
Brothers, I'll handle this.
Are viable, yeah, and like similar strength. Like that's another thing. So one of the dangers of them doing a bunch of nerfs, this has happened so many times, is we just return to Herald Rogue, Mirith or Druid.
I got you, friend.
I'm trying to think of like the decks of the Egg Warrior. But it is interesting that pretty much all the nerfs have deleted, like, multiple of the nerfs have kind of deleted classes, both warrior. This is awkward, though. Good way to kill this. I don't really have a good way, though.
Keep 'em on ice.
You know, change my mind.
we are friends now. Hello, friend.
What a useless. We got a Mugsy here.
The cyclone
Good classes. Yeah. So, what would I like? I mean, what would like? Let's get rid of the what Blizzard should do. What would I do? And I have to face the wrath of the OTK players, so I'll actually try to be a little bit more balanced about things. So one, I would, I'd like to, I would unnerf Warp Tooth, but make it a 3/2. I would unnerf some warrior cards, and buff some warrior cards to make like Control Warrior more viable. I'm doing weird plays over here.
Keep 'em on ice.
Is this good? Not really. I think End Time Murazon is questionable. I'm gonna say, alright, so I there's a lot of like Control Warrior buffs that I think could be giving Warrior better defenses. I'd unnerf Ancient of Yore. That's something I would do. Let me see from Mirth or Druid. Anything, yeah, I think I like nerfing Ancient of Yore. That's a really good control-based neutral. That would a lot, because a lot of right now the control classes are just slightly not good enough, and it's hard. Like no amount of buffs can really make that better. I mean, the real thing I would do is put Redthal. I'd have Redthal like make 1 month comebacks, so we'd have the month of September. No, you can't do that because of Worlds. We'd have October, have a month of Renthal. So that's something I would do to add some spice and flavor. All solutions always end up being like bring Renthal back. It's crazy how it's always the play. I'm trying to think other classes. Yeah, what is like Warlock really missing? I mean, Warlock struggles with heal in general, but like it's got some good things. I'm trying to think of like what you would take. Warlock has no good board clears right now, other than Annihilation, which is insanely good. But yeah, it has no premium. Like Warlock needs a premium heal or a premium clear. But those are like really good buffs to do. Those are like new card opportunities. It's a little different, right?
I wonder. Watch my back, see?
I don't want to slam End Time next turn. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of what they did this year was trying new things. So I think this year is important. This year is important to show people that there's literally no OTKs in the meta, right? As somebody who hates OTKs, that's part of why I like this meta. There's no OTKs. There's no these big board swings. Tempo matters. Board matters, and people are still like, bleh. I mean, actually, Lotus Guardians is the Rogue deck is an OTK. I forgot about that. I feel like Anti Murazon isn't actually good here. I want to. Overdrawing here, I'm okay with that.
My hand is too full.
I'm better off hexing this. I might be. They're like low, so low value here. I think I'm better off hexing this, yeah.
There is little time. Got a mug?
Yeah, it's just more like people. There's upsides to the way the game is right now. I don't know. Dude, I'm kind of bored. I wish we had something else to talk about. It's literally just like, oh, I don't know. Dude, I swear everyone's just in like, this game sucks. The devs are incompetent. And this has been a good expansion. Like, it's just like, I don't know. Dude, as someone who said multiple times, the last year has been pretty bad. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what to tell people sometimes. You know what you should do? You should finally stop giving money to Blizzard. Alright? What is Blizzard gonna do without your, that one time you bought the Battle Pass and then, they're completely helpless without your incredible support. How's that, chat? You know, do I just slam? What if you just slam anti-Mers on here?
I wonder. There is little time.
Timeline converged at your end.
This is a good play. I don't know. Seems actually kind of decent. They just don't have. They have one spell in hand. Okay, they do this. Yeah, a whole bunch of nothing here. If they don't kill my end time here. I mean, I wouldn't care about it, except everyone, like, half the people who come in this channel be like, so don't you think it's problematic that Blizzard's just completely evil because I lost today? And I'm like, what would you do about the fact that society allows Blizzard devs to run free without felony charges for the recent balance changes, right?
Muzzle their magic.
You dare stand against us?
I'll handle this.
Fight like a champion.
I'll handle this.
I am the end of all things. I am the cataclysm.
For sure. Oh, even. Ooh, do you slam Morgue here? It seems kind of good, actually. I'm gonna slam it. What is he saying in this game? Alakir outs. It's not over until Alakir happens.
Nice to meet you. Keep 'em on ice. We are rage. Death itself draws near.
Why is I don't know about the I don't. So, you know what I should just start doing? Doing what every influencer and says like, yeah, dude, the Korean scene is just like completely dead because of Blizzard's decisions. Like I saw an article online that confirmed my biases. So we're going with that. All right. I don't know if I have lethal here. Math is hard. I might have missed lethal. Or I might still have it here. I did miss lethal. Whoopsies.
Almost out of cards. I already attacked.
I would concede out of shame here. Dude, would you self-ban out of shame here as well? We're just saying nonsense. Cheshire Kid, like, my experience with you is you don't have much shame based off your actions, so I doubt you would concede out of shame here. Just like historically, you know? I don't think you just all of a sudden acquire shame. The opponent? Oh, the opponent? I don't know. Whatever.
Thrall versus the Lich King.
All will serve me in death. For Doomhammer.
How old are you? I'm old enough to have been in the Vietnam War. At least that's what I said earlier today.
Let's bust out of here.
Ooh, do you keep Jade Guardians here? Do I have that many 2-mana cards? I really don't. But these other ones are kind of shit. Like, do I really want Devouring Plague? But I also probably just supposed to rewind here. Look for a minion play. Like, look at this turn. This is bad. Recommend Rush Warrior, yeah. Tool for the young people at the Sex Cult events? Dude, the Sex Cult events have a wide variety of ages. I go to them. There's also like ones that typically have different ages, so you can go to ones that like are more young people. You go to the ones that are more old people. I go, you know, middle-aged people like myself. Yes, forceful. All right.
Despair! Delicious.
Yeah, I think like this is something I've had. It's better for your game to be playing against good players. So when you're playing against like you want to be playing against players that will punish your mistakes as much as possible. Middle age is 50s. So when I mean like 37, I am. The average person lives to like 75, so I'm right at middle age. Look, the math doesn't lie. It is what it is. I'm not happy about it.
Watch my back.
But math,
Holy bug.
yeah. Sorry, CBD. I didn't say. Anyways, it just okay. Let's not ask. Let's not talk about this anymore, chat. All right.
Got a mug? On its seat.
Plays actually insane here. Look good that was. Hello, Goat Slayer. Yeah, dude, we're climbing on Asia server.
Keep 'em on ice.
Do you think people lead more fulfilling lifestyles? And I think more. So this is the irony. There's an art. Some people, I think, even conservatives have the view of you're better off just being like, this is what you need to be, This is what your life is supposed to be. You buy a house. You know, you make some children. You wait for the plague to take you. You know, and now it's like you have all these options, and people are like, there's like this growing, I feel like, resentment against the options. I don't buy it. I think, but people, a lot of people, you know, just think about the average person that comes to my channel and is like, oh, is it worth it to play Hearthstone? Is it blah, 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 blah? Like, it just, all right, I can't sometimes.
Elements guide me.
Stay frosty.
So, I think like you can live a far more fulfilling life now. A life you, even if you're like, now I think a lot of people are in massive college debt. I see like some of these like debt shows where people are like, they're like 400,000 of school in debt. It's ridiculous. It's like more money than I've ever even like I don't know how people get. It's sad people get so much debt, but like if you don't have debt, you can do whatever you want with your life. Like if you don't have debt and you're in reasonable health, which I had the health problem. I had really bad health in my 20s. You can go live a life that's meaningful to you. You know what you can do? You can not have a smartphone or leave your smartphone at home. I go for walks. I don't bring my smartphone. You can get off the internet. Like there's nothing stopping you. So I think really it's more like a lot of, if you're gonna have a fulfilling life is up to you, which so. You're a weirdo, but like nobody gets to see you being a weirdo, so they don't even know that you're being a weirdo. It's kind of good, right?
Weld it down, lock it up.
There is little time.
I'm overdrawing here. I'm aware. The turn got hard. Wait.
My hand is too full.
Molly's thing. I don't know. So the question wasn't necessarily are we happier, right? The question was more fulfilling lives. But I think you have the opportunity to have a fulfilling life, and you're much less constrained by the pressures of survival. Than you were 100 years ago, or 200 years ago.
Thrall versus Thrall.
Yeah.
For Doomhammer. For the Frost Wolf.
You know, even I know. So it's yeah. I mean, I kind of think our parents had it better than us, but like they're on like a ridiculous economic boom. I think a lot of boomers had it, but I don't think. I think I have it way, way, way better than my grandparents. Like way better. Like who were in World War II. I mean, and a lot of my a lot of people would be grandparents just died in World War II, you know? Like, so Aren't there still?
Let's bust out of here. Let's bust out of
Anything counter this deck? I think let's see. It is the best deck in the game right now. Wow, dude, it's like nothing. Yeah, it's Void Demon Hunter. It has all the other positive matchups, and nobody's playing Void Demon Hunter anymore. So yeah, it's broken. That's what I'm trying to say. Do I take Entei Murzon again? Kind of wanted the game the other day. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna keep coin too. Yeah. I mean, think about like a lot of like first generation immigrants. They're like, no, you're going to do. So even there were like first generation immigrants who like they had a doctor's degree in their country, but they came here, that didn't work. So they had to do like some more medial job, but then their kids get to like have a more meaningful life. My point is like, you know, I'm just saying the average person, at least I'd say in America at least, probably has it way better than like has a way better chance for a meaningful life, I would say, than the average person from 100 years ago. You know, that's the end of the day. All the take is. I want to save coin really badly here. I know, like, I mean, without my tech, like, I would have just been done. You know, think about there's like, I think there's like people in history that are just like bedridden and unable to do things. Like, I would have been one of those people. But because of like technology, I get to have like a meaningful life, you know? Well, it might be a simple life of like getting a job, having a family is meaningful to a huge amount of people, right? So, you know, some people don't find a lot of meaning in that. I think we're, you know, but maybe in the world of gamer degenerates, which is a bias of my Twitch chat, maybe we're biased against that.
Troll versus
But
Ragnaros.
You called, and the Fire Lord has
So-
answered. For Doomhammer.
selection bias, yeah. Dyslexic issues, yeah. And you know what's nice about like people who are on the fringes of society is often like if you can make it through those initial barriers, I think there are actually advantages to being on the fringe of society. But let's say you can't even walk or you can't like get through school, that's not going to matter, right? But if you can get through those initial growing pains, it can be an advantage to be a weirdo, basically. Right, this is really good. With this.
Nice to meet you.
So I hold this so that I not overloaded, so I can go Totem Golem into Ascendance next turn. And I get a nice big board that's very resilient.
Handle this. Brothers, I'll handle this.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Pretty good. Nice little board there.
The sands speak, and I listen.
I don't know if pointing this out is correct, but just having more stuff on board seemed decent here. Dancer, I did mainly swing dancing, but I was also taking a bunch of other dance classes. So
There is little time.
no pole dancing, no, dude. Yeah, it's like kind of interesting because like the internet is probably the library of today. It's amazing. Just like I feel like you can just learn about anything for free now on the internet. Like if you have that self drive, you could just because there's even so many things that you like. There's no place to really get taught them. You know.
versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin for Doomhammer.
Do nothing with that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like part of the idea of my book is you need like these like initial targets in life of like this is the thing you're working towards. It's hard to just like absorb knowledge without purpose. I feel like you really need that like that element of okay, why am I doing this? You know, why is this valuable?
Brothers, all hands this.
Watch my back, see? Always, mug.
Don't get a 312 taunt here, please. No 312 taunt. 312 taunt. Son of a! That's all I wanted it to be. Not a 312 taunt, chat. Oh my god, this game, chat. Like, what am I even supposed to do here?
Job's done.
Wait, oh, this is... Any death rattles? Dude, I reverse manifested.
Sisters, my instinct shall hunt down our enemies.
I moves quickly. No quarter for traitors. them on ice.
This is a death. No, this is a 3-cost death rattle, so doesn't work.
Quickly.
I don't know what to do here, chat. It's awkward.
Winds of the south, come to my aid! Unleashed! Unleashed!
I don't know. Tough to find the best play there.
Sisters, my will shall lead us to victory!
My hand is too full. My hand is too full. Elements guide me.
That didn't go as
There is little time.
Bad placement, but it's okay. Wait, that's kind of good. That's kind of what I was hoping for.
All hands this.
arrowheads. An excellent choice.
Well fought.
Got him.
Concede.
Chat, the climb is out of control, chat.